Hi, my name is Tamara and I'm going to demonstrate on how to make a no-sew fleece blanket. The materials that you're going to need are 2 pieces of fleece, some scissors, and a ruler. Now you can get fleece from any local fabric store, Joann Fabric or Walmart. These are very fun, inexpensive, easy to make no-sew blankets. So once you get your blankets, you want to go to Joann Fabric and determine if you're making it for an infant, a child, or an adult. If you're making for an infant, you want to get 1 yard. If you're making for a child, you want to get 1.5 yards. And if you're making it for an adult, you want to get 2 yards. Me personally, if I'm making it for an infant, I want to make sure I get it large enough so when they grow into a child, they'll have it. So I'll get 1.5 yards just so they'll have that extra as they grow with them. Once you get your yarn, you want to place both fabrics on a flat surface, and you want to put both of them against each other. Make sure you put the dull side on the back of the light side, and you can get whatever color coordinates you want. And you can tell that on one side it's a little faded as opposed to on the top side. Next, after you have put all of them together, put the 2 fleeces together, you want to make sure you cut along the edges. It's like a little fringe area edge on both sides. So you want to make sure that you cut along all the way on all 4 sides of each blanket. And I'm going to show you as such. If you're lucky, there are some dotted lines along each side of the material. So you can just cut along the dotted lines as your guide to cut off the little fringe. And you're doing this so because as you can tell at the end of it, how the fabric kind of just rolls up. So you don't want that once you're getting ready to tie your knots for the fabric. These are great gifts to make since the holidays is coming up. It's easy to make. You can make them for sports events, if you're outside for doing sports for kids, or for the holidays, or just for a nice, inexpensive gift to give away for an adult or a child. And the fabric is very soft and nice, so it doesn't take you long to cut the pieces down. And you do so like that. You can put them together to just go ahead and cut them all at once, but I just cut one at a time just to make sure. I'm not good at cutting, so I don't want to cut bigger pieces than what I normally have or cut too much fabric off. So I just follow the dotted lines on each piece and cut each piece down as so. Now also when you're making these fleece, you can put them in the washing machine. They're easy to wash. That doesn't unravel, or the ends does not fold up. So once you're done, you can throw them in the machine. The color does not fade at all when you're washing these, and they're very nice and keep their nice fluff to them once you wash them in the machine. You just keep cutting along the dotted line until you get to the very end. And you can just cut this off as such. Okay, now that you cut off the scraggly lines of both materials, as you can see, like so, you can put both pieces of materials together. And make sure again that they're both flat and even on your surface. And because of the space, I'm just going to make it double this way. Now that both pieces are together, you want to take your ruler and you want to make 1 inch, about 1 inch slit going up to your ruler. And I apologize because this ruler is clear. So you want to make about an inch or so slit to go up, and you want to make this all around 4 corners. This is so you can make the little fringes that's going to come out once you tie your knots. So to start off, I'm gonna cut here, go up an inch, got an inch there. I'm gonna make another one. And you can make these as big or as thin as you want. You can make them fat, you can make them thin. It depends on you and your preference. You can eyeball it if you want, and just go. And you're gonna do this on all 4 sides of the blanket. Okay. So once after you have cut a couple of inches of your blankets, it's gonna look like this. Have little ends on the side there. Mine are kind of chunky. They're different sizes, but it doesn't matter. It's your preference since it's your blanket. They're all gonna come out really nice once you're done. So once you're done, or you cut as many as you want and go, you want to start to take your blanket to cut, to start making the knots. And to do so, you can do this one of 2 ways. You can either tie it like if you're going to tie a shoe, so you can take 2 ends and tie it in the knot this way, 1 loop, and then you can take another loop and tie it this way to create your little fringe. Or the other way you can do it, so let me cut a little bit more down. I didn't cut it all the way. The other option you can do is you can take both of them together, 1, 2, put them together, and you can put your finger here, make a little loop, take both pieces of the material and push it through the loop. Either technique is great. It depends on you and your preference and what's quicker. And see, you have a little fringe there. Me personally, if I'm making these, I'll sit in a bed and watch TV and just cut those slits and just go for it and tie the different knots. And these are what the knots looks like. Now you're gonna do this all around 4 corners of the blanket. And for the sake of time, because this can take me about an hour or so, I won't go through all of them, but I'll do another one, and then I will show you what the finished product looks like. Because I've made these for all the newborn kids in my home, so I've made several of these for kids, adults, and so forth, so on and so forth. Okay, these are what the knots look like. Now your finished product, what it's going to look like, is going to look like this. This is a blanket that I made a couple of years ago. I have fringes all around. The black material that I use, the back of it is black. I made this for a football game for my son. And as you can see, they're done on all 4 sides. And that's how you make a no-sew blanket. Thank you.